everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your gold tyrant, the gold, the one and only female gold in the industry. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do. But without any further ado, I just thought, how about I just take you back? How about I just take you back in our old times whereby we used to do market breakdown. So today we'll be breaking down the market, looking at the following four pairs, which is DXY, GBPUSD, EURUSD, and lastly gold. This is my opinion. If you have any questions, comments, or say, just drop it under the comment section and I'll definitely look into it. Nonetheless, let us get into it. Yeah, starting off with DXY, and there's something interesting on DXY from our monthly time frame. On our monthly time frame, we can see that we have been consistently breaking structures to the top. This is the last high. What gave rise to this high? It's this high low, which we can definitely see that already price is at our point of interest according to us, dragging our fib from where the impulse started to where it ended. So I'll drag my fib from this level right here till this level right here, simply because we had a retracement showing that price didn't have enough momentum to just push to the upside. It retraced before it even continued. That's why I'll draw my fib from the last low. So we can definitely see that DXY has reached our point of interest right here, which we are currently at our lowest discount level, and we can expect buys anytime soon. But in order for us to be on the safe side, it is for us to get internal change of characters that confirm that now we're ready to buy, because this is our bigger time frame, which is our monthly. So how or where can we get that? If we are scaling down to such as our daily, 4 hour, and so on. So let us scale back to daily. Here I was just showing you guys what's interesting and all of the stuff, which, if I'm not mistaken, I was also able to construct a trend line. Let me see if this is the same pair. I think it is. I'll fix it. Is this the pair? So this is so far what I have on DXY, which is very valid. 1, 2, 3 touches. We're expecting push to the upside unless we get a change of character right here, confirming that we'll be moving on the downside for a very, very long time. So let us scale now to our daily time frame. Daily time frame, what we can see is that we are still consistently breaking structures to the bottom. In order to have a clear chart, let me delete this trend line for now. We are still seeing that we are consistently having series of breakout structures to the bottom. Breakout structures to the bottom. We can consider these as equal lows simply because we spiked below. We didn't break below with a full candlestick, which can be considered as a liquidity grab instead of instead of a breakout structure. Liquidity grab, retracement, breakout structure. We're expecting a retracement before we move to the downside, because so far on our daily time frame it's still showing sells until we get an internal change of character. That's when we can fully confirm that now we are ready to do what, to buy according to our monthly time frame. So right here, what I can expect is price to come and test maybe around this level before it even pushes to the downside, unless it gives us the change of character that confirms that now we are done with the downtrend, about to start an uptrend. So in this case, I drag my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of coming to retrace right here, before even moving to the downside. As I said, if not that, we're expecting a change of character, confirming that we are done with the downtrend, about to start an uptrend, confirming or going along or corresponding with our monthly time frame. So that is my expectation on the DXY. Let's see if there's anything interesting other than this. Yeah, so far there's nothing really interesting. There's nothing really interesting besides the information that we just got. It's okay. There's high chances that price might wanna come and sweep the liquidity right here before even moving to the downside, unless we get a change of character, as I said. GBPUSD. Moving on to GBPUSD, let's see if there's anything interesting from our daily time frame. Okay, so far I can see that we are consistently breaking structures to the top, having a series of high highs and high lows. I'd like to focus on our current market price, which I think it was much visible on our 4 hourly perspective. Yeah, on our 4 hourly perspective, what we can see is that we have been consistently breaking structure to the top, creating a series of high highs and high lows. This was our last break of structure that took place, which is right here. At the end of the day, with this strategy, you don't have to look at 15 years back on what happened in order to understand what is happening now. So from there, I dragged my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of retracing right here, which it hasn't really reached our point of interest, We're still expecting price to come back here. Why am I saying so? Simply because we have this order block right here that hasn't been tested. We also have this imbalance right here that hasn't been filled, right? So which makes me think that there's still like quite high chances of price coming back to this level right here. So this is where I'll be looking forward to taking my buys. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you can't capitalize on whatever that might be happening in this time and moment. So if we are scaling down to a 1 hourly time frame, what can we see? We can see that we haven't had an internal change of character that confirms that we are done with our downtrend, about to start our uptrend that goes along or according to our daily time frame. We can see that we have been consistently breaking structures to the bottom, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This is our last lower high. What gave us to this? This is our last lower low. What gave us to this lower low is this lower high. Therefore, you drag your fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chance of retracing right here, which I'm definitely in this trade right here. Got it from the order block. So yeah, the more the confirmations, the better this thing becomes and all of the stuff. This was the order block. That's why price tested this and then it started moving to the downside. And then yeah, my Discord students also got it. If you want to join Discord, you just send me a text on the number below right here. I don't give signals. I just give trade ideas, share my ideas and all of the stuff. So yeah, this is what I'm predicting with GBPUSD. If, like, for example, you also want to capitalize on this, we can see that we had this. Right here. We can say it's a tiny break of structure or liquidity grab, we can say. And then right here, internal change of character, confirming that we are ready to move to the downside. You can wait maybe for price to come back to this level right here, also covering this imbalance that is right here before it even pushes to the downside, maybe again. And then you can like go with us, All right, let us move on. EURUSD, I quite almost have the same as what I had on GBPUSD. I think it's quite the same. Okay, which one is more visible? Okay, let's do 4 hour. Looking at our 4 hourly time frame, we can see that we have been consistently breaking structure to the top. We're having a series of high highs and high lows, high highs and high lows. So in this case, we quite have a lot of imbalances that haven't been filled. Okay, right here, we tried testing the imbalance. Okay, this one is tiny. All right, so in this case, how do you tackle the around this? This is the last break of structure. This is the last high low or high high, I should say. What gave us to this high high is this high low. Therefore, you drag your fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of coming to retrace at our point of interest. That's where our fib plays a huge role. So we can still predict that price has high chances of coming to retrace right here. Other than that, it'll be leaving us. But there's slim chances for price to disrespect this. So after that, we scaled down to a 1 hour, if not 30 minute time frame to see what's going on right there. Let's see which one is much visible. Let me see 30 minutes. I'm trying by all means to be as quick as possible because I didn't want this video to be long. All right, according to this right here, we can see that we had this liquidity grab that took place right here. Liquidity grab. After this liquidity grab, this meaning this is the last high, What gave rise to this high? It's this low right here, which we can see that we had a change of character. Therefore, we dragged our fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of coming to reaches right here, which it hasn't arrived. Is something that you can also capitalize on. We have this OB. We have this OB right here, hoping it won't want to come and test this one right here. In this case, because on my side, a valid order block is the one that goes along with an imbalance, which this one went along with an imbalance. It's just that, it hasn't been tested. And then from there is a high chances that price would want to come and take out this trend line liquidity before it even continues to do what? To move to the downside. So what I'm expecting right here is price to take out this, test this before even moving to the downside. But in us even moving to the downside, where are we heading to? We're heading to this level right here. We're heading to this level right here before even moving to the upside. And then lastly, gold. Gold, to be honest, I wouldn't advise anyone to hold for long, because you'll be holding what exactly? Buys or sells. So it's quite tricky. On my side, I'm mostly scalping it rather than anything. I'm mostly scalping it, which on my side, what I saw is that we are consistently breaking structure to the top, having a series of higher highs and higher lows. So in us looking at just this small picture, we can see that we were having a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. In order for you to understand the market, you gotta break it down into sections or break it down into pieces in order for it to be much clearer for you. And then this was our last lower low, right? After that, we had what? A change of character, whereby we are taking out the lower high that gave rise to the last lower low. Now from there, what I did is that I dragged my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of coming to retrace right here. Also testing this order block right here, sharp. And that being said, okay, this I wouldn't consider it as an order block per se. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it. I'm wrong. So I'm predicting that price has higher chances of coming to reaches right here. So obviously I'm looking forward still to scalp what sells before buys. That's me. I'm not saying you should do it, but I do it. I'm not saying you should do it, but I do it. So So right here, looking at this small picture, we have been creating we have been consolidating towards the upside, showing a loss of momentum on the buy side, meaning price has to get enough momentum to be able to push even higher. Therefore, it's why we have to retrace. So we have been consistently breaking structures to the top in a consolidating manner until we had this internal change of character. And then from there, you drag your fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of retracing at level 71.79. Also looking at this order block right here, so which is a much stronger confirmation. I haven't entered this. I'm still waiting for price to quite go up. Let me see on 15-minute time frame. I feel like 15-minute time frame had something that is much, on my side, this is where I'm looking forward to entering, but I haven't been executed as yet. And then from there, I'll be expecting sales to buy. Remember where we started with our buys. So that's my personal take. It's not yours. It's my take on this. So as I said, that if you want to join our Discord platform, it's only 900 Rand once-off payment, whereby we share our trading ideas based on the pairs we'll be looking at for the week. These are the only pairs that we are looking at, which is DXY, GU, EU, GJ, USD, JPY. We don't really trade gold, but I do, Thank you for watching my video till this far. Hoping you enjoyed it and grabbed a thing or two. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them under the comment section and then I shall get into them. Also, let me know which other videos you would like to get from my videos. Mind you, keep note that I don't take investments, I don't trade for people, I will never DM you, so be aware of scammers. Nonetheless, this is Taryn the Goat, the one and only female goat in the industry, and peace out.